us, how did you get your name?
I just really loved squirrels, and also people were like, oh, you used to pop up at your toe stops and run like a rodent. I would run my toe stops and run. So they're like, you look like a squirrel. So it just came, Squirrel.
Tell us about your number. How did that come to be?
.223 caliber is the round you use to go rodent hunting or squirrel hunting. So I just thought it would be a really funny twist on using a rodent round for my number.
How did you get in the roller derby?
I actually saw some girls with Moxie roller skates, and I went out and bought them, and then just found LBRD, and from the rest was history.
And how did you get into Renegade specifically?
Renegade was just an accident. I found a bunch of girls on a random Wednesday, and they just asked me to skate with them, and I just fell in love with them, and the team, the sport, the style, and I just became a Renegade.
The term roller derby saved your soul. Was that true for you?
Yeah, I was working 3 jobs at the time, and I just needed a hobby for myself, and I just grew into somebody that I loved to be when I'm on skates.
So what's the difference between Renegade and every other derby? Why Renegade?
Why Renegade? Well, there's a difference between WIFTA and then there's Renegade. WIFTA girls always say there's no rules, there's no rules. Well, there's rules. There's an honor system. It's a don't be a douchebag rule. Don't be a dick. So if you're gonna be a dick, you're gonna get that taken out to you, mainly your jammer. We have rules, we just don't have penalties. So we don't get sent to the penalty box. We don't have refs to enforce the penalties. So you're playing basically on your honor. That's the biggest difference. Where with the WIFTA, it has rules, there's penalties. You're not allowed to touch. We can touch other girls in our team. People say, oh, you hit, you kick, you pull hair. It happens, but also it happens in WIFTA as well. But it just, you don't get penalized for it. I would say Renegade, I say we hit a little harder, a little faster. Our packs aren't as controlled, but it's one of those things that definitely as the sport is evolving, we definitely are playing more of a controlled pack, and we just skate a little faster, a little harder, and we can skate backwards and hit backwards. Back blocking is allowed. So Renegade is a little more back to that derby that you used to see on TV back in the 60s when the girls used to skate, minus like the elbowing to the face. So, which it happens.
From the teams that you've played, I know you like going to Portland a lot. Is there any other teams that you've traveled to, or where's the funnest and most interesting place you've traveled to?
I had mad love for Portland. That was I think the best bout. My team will hands down last year. Those Portland girls brought it, and it was neck and neck. It was within 3 points the last quarter. It was everyone was on their feet just cheering for both teams. It was evenly skilled, evenly matched. That was such a memorable game. So Portland I have mad love for, and I can't wait to play them again. We also have a really great partnership with San Diego. Those girls are amazing, and I love playing them every chance I can.
Congratulations, by the way, on getting married.
Thanks.
Your husband, does he get involved in your roller derby activities?
Oh, he's my #1 supporter, my #1 critique. He will tell me, you can hit her harder. You can hit her harder. You got this. And, when he tells me I'm doing great, he's like, you're doing great. Just hit her harder.
So what's next for you in the rest of 2015?
We're just going to finish up our Renegade season, ending with our trip to Tucson, playing on the Tucson girls in, I think, November. And then we will be just training like robots to come back harder in 2016.
Do you have any shout outs to anybody?
I want to shout out to my derby wife, No Mamas. She's my other half, she's my soul, she's my hit sister. So definitely a big shout out to her.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you so much.